Welcome dreamers. Ready to relax and unwind? Get comfy and let our soft night tales take you to magical places. Enjoy.
What if the key to falling asleep wasn't in your bed, but in the rhythm of the stars themselves? What if the secret to peace at night was hidden in an ancient melody only a few could hear? Tonight, I want to share the story of a boy named Finn who lived in a world where the stars weren't just distant lights in the sky, they were alive, and they sang. Finn, like many of us, struggled with his restless nights. But when he stumbled across an enchanted forest where the stars whispered their song, everything changed. This isn't just any bedtime story, this is the kind of tale that might help you find the sleep you've been longing for. Finn was a 14-year-old boy with wild, untamed hair the color of autumn leaves and deep brown eyes full of curiosity. He wasn't the kind of kid who fit in easily. His thoughts raced constantly, about school, his future, and his place in the world. While his friends were all quick to fall asleep, Finn found himself staring at the ceiling each night, his mind running in circles. He couldn't quiet it down. Even though he tried everything, warm milk, counting sheep, reading, nothing worked. The worst part was that when he finally did fall asleep, his dreams were often strange and unsettling, full of strange creatures and endless forests. He'd wake up in the morning feeling even more exhausted than when he went to bed. Finn longed for a good night's sleep, but every night, it seemed out of reach. One evening, Finn couldn't take it any longer. The silence of his room felt suffocating, and the ticking of the clock on the wall was only making it worse. He had to get out. So, without even thinking, he grabbed his jacket and snuck out of the house. It was a clear night, so clear, in fact, that the stars looked closer than usual, almost as if they were watching him. He wandered through the fields behind his house, following a narrow, winding trail he had never noticed before. The trail led him into a dense, quiet forest that seemed almost otherworldly. The trees were tall and old, their trunks covered in shimmering moss, and the leaves glowed faintly, as if catching the light from the stars above. Finn hesitated for a moment, but then, driven by a strange sense of peace, he pushed forward. As he walked deeper into the forest, the air felt lighter, the world quieter. He had always felt a strange pull toward nature, but tonight, there was something more, something magical about the place. That's when he heard it. A faint melody, like the softest hum, drifted through the air. It was beautiful, unlike anything Finn had ever heard. It was a song, but not from any instrument. It was the sound of the stars themselves, a song carried by the wind and whispered through the branches of the trees. The song grew louder as Finn walked, pulling him deeper into the forest. Soon, he came to a clearing where the trees seemed to part just enough for the stars above to shine through. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient stone circle, and in the center of that circle was a large, glowing pool of water. The melody seemed to come from the pool, its surface shimmering like it was alive. At first, Finn couldn't see anything in the water. But as he stepped closer, he saw faint, glowing images beginning to appear, visions of the stars themselves, dancing above the pool like spirits, weaving in and out of the night sky. The melody became clearer, like a lullaby meant just for him, and Finn felt his heart slow, his mind quiet. The forest around him seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for something. That's when he heard a voice, gentle, but powerful. "You've come to listen, haven't you, Finn?" the voice said. Finn spun around but saw no one. "The songkeeper is here, and the stars are waiting." Finn's eyes widened. The voice came from nowhere, but it felt familiar. As if the voice was part of the song itself. "Who are you?" Finn asked, his voice trembling slightly. "Where am I?" A soft laugh filled the air, like wind through the trees. "You are where the night meets the sky. You are in the starlit forest." Suddenly, from the shadows of the trees, stepped a figure, tall, graceful, and clad in robes that sparkled with stardust. Her hair was silver, falling in waves down her back, and her eyes were a piercing, radiant blue, like the stars themselves. "I am Elira, the songkeeper," she said, her voice as soft as the breeze but with an undeniable power. "I keep the song of the stars. And you, Finn, have been chosen to hear it." Finn stood in awe, unable to speak for a moment. Chosen? He repeated. But why? What does it mean? Illyra smiled kindly. The Song of the Stars is the key to sleep, to peace. It is ancient, older than time itself. And now, it calls to you. You are restless because your heart has forgotten how to listen. The song can guide you. It will bring you peace. Finn's heart raced. He had spent so many nights searching for rest, for the key to his endless sleeplessness. And now, here it was, hidden in the heart of the forest, waiting for him. Listen closely, Finn, Illyra continued. The song is not just a sound. It is a feeling, a way of being. It carries the peace of the night sky. It teaches you to let go. Finn closed his eyes and took a deep breath. The song seemed to wrap around him, filling his mind and soul. It wasn't just a melody, it was a wave of calm, a soft lullaby that soothed the restless thoughts in his mind. He felt lighter, as if all the worries he had carried for so long were drifting away like leaves on the wind. When he opened his eyes again, the clearing seemed brighter, the stars above more vibrant. Illyra stood beside him, watching with a gentle smile. The song will always be with you, Finn. It's not just here in the forest, it's inside you now, too. Whenever you need it, all you have to do is listen. Finn nodded, a sense of peace settling over him that he had never known before. For the first time in months, his mind felt quiet, and his heart felt full. He could see now that the stars weren't distant things, far away in the sky. They were alive, and they had been with him all along. As Finn made his way back home, the song still echoed softly in his mind, like a promise. He knew that every time he needed peace, the starlit forest, and the melody of the stars, would be there to guide him. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more peaceful journeys and bedtime tales. Thank you for being part of our community.